Hey everybody. It's Saturday afternoon and they're calling for some heavy thunderstorms, flooding, possibly even tornado. But the good news is it's supposed to clear out some of the smoke. So there was already a couple of thunderstorm, you know, bolts of lightning and thunder. Hey Jesse, welcome. So yeah, it's this is like the first round and then it's supposed to quiet down for a couple of hours, and then there's supposed to be more another storm or another storm front come this evening. Yeah, they've been talking about it, and I think it's finally it already happened. But they've been talking about it for a couple of days. I was getting notified on my phone and stuff for flooding alerts and severe thunderstorms. So you could see it's a Saturday, which of course it is. You know that. And the lifeguard chair there, they pulled everybody apparently off the beach, even the lifeguards. So they usually will do that if they know that they're close. And there was already a couple of definite, definite thunder. Hey Jason, how are you? I almost had to film this. I had a heck of a time with I think whatever storm here already happened, knocked out internet. So I was getting like an error message. I was a little panicked. I was a little panicked. It was saying that YouTube is whatever error code because I'm using the Prism app, and I was like, "What the heck happened?" But then I realized um, that it's the internet. So I went to the regular phone 5G or whatever, the service provider. Are you getting a decent storm there too, Jason? So Magic, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, there was already like a crazy rain too, like a driving rain. I kind of like it. Gives you like a reason to relax. Hey Pete, how are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good. So it may not look, or you might not think there's still smoke. Like even though it's raining, it, it should like be clearer, like the sky. So supposedly the storm is gonna lessen some of the smoke, like clear the smoke from here. I know. I'm hoping that we get I mean, I'm still hearing rumbles, so I hope that I didn't wait too long. Not that I was waiting. I just by the time I got everything set up, and then I ran into that little snafu. But as I say, there's supposed to be another round tonight, and I was gonna record it because I was like, I'll just record it. And then I started thinking, oh, my memory in the phone, I was just gonna leave it running for half an hour or something. They're saying that it's supposed to clear her too. I'm glad. So you guys, you did have the smoke there, Jason. So I was trying to figure out, like, I've been to Canada. I have like a basic idea. Was the fire where the fires were? Was it like close to the border, or it was above, like in Canada deeper? From the USA standpoint, it was more inland. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, they're saying we're gonna get another one tonight. They were saying that this one is nothing compared to what's supposed to come tonight. That was a little bit to the left, but you could see the flash. It definitely cooled off though. There was like a nice breeze, and even now, it's a little close, but the temperature itself cooled off. Oh, you're in Michigan, and you say you got the storm yesterday? Here, I would say for the last 3 days, between the extreme, I finally, I forget what event was happening, but like I opted into this notification app from the city, New York City, and they send out notifications, and they're usually good. And you put what area, or somehow it detects what area you're in. But the last couple of days, it was like nonstop between coastal flooding and uh, flooded cars, so a highway shut down, to severe storms, thunderstorms, and rain, and a lot of it. I don't know. It didn't seem like it happened, but the last couple of days, I must have got like 8 notifications each day. Hey Kendra, how are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, have a good day. Thank you for coming through. Thanks, Kendra. You had to stay in the basement. Whoa. Because they're saying there's a possibility of a tornado here, but it's very low. Like, it's not often that New York has a tornado, and when it does, it's like, I guess all tornadoes are like that, kind of localized. Yeah, like, it would be nicer if the I was realizing when I'm looking at the screen, it almost looks like it's just rain, but a lot of the sky is still smoke. Oh, windstorm. Ah, I got you. Was there any damage by you? It just seems like everybody has been getting some kind of extreme storms or, weather. Oh, wind and rain? Wow. And that was yesterday you got that? Yeah, the rain is definitely picking up here. Yesterday evening, during tuba chat. Okay. And they advise people to seek like a lower level to go in the basement. Hey Brenda, how are you? We just made it to a place 30 seconds before the heavy rain and thunderstorms. Uh-huh. So it's in New Jersey too. How's the smoke in New Jersey? Did that help? Did it clear it a little? Bug on the phone. Wow. Did you get some kind of a alert or something saying you should go to the basement? It is scary. I mean, it's cool to watch, you know, Mother Nature or nature, but it can be scary, especially if you're like restricted like that. That it says you have to be in this, it's safe to safer for you to be in a different position in your house or whatever. Sims, did I get it right? I hope I got it right. Sims, how are you? Welcome. I was struggling with your name, and then I think someplace I was, and I realized it's the game, like the game Sims. Nelson, how you doing? Jumping home? No, I'm not jumping. I'm fixing my kite. I'm gonna go out and fly a kite. Well, maybe that's the trick. Maybe I should fly a kite in the water. Hey, Lisa K girl, UK girl, how are you? Exactly, fly it in the water. I don't know if that anyone ever did that. I mean, I know they have like the kite surfing. I don't see why you couldn't do it. Like you get the kite up first, like we're in a steady airstream, and then just walk into the water. Why not? I'm glad that you got settled, Brenda, before the heavy rain, because there's been a couple of bands that passed by. Oh, you did it as a kid, but not during a thunderstorm. How you doing, Lisa? I saw something on your channel or a post, and I didn't know if they were old pictures. So you went to Japan on like a vacation? How long were you there? No, I'm kind of in a perch. But I was saying before, there's no internet here. Because normally I would be like on a laptop or something reading the chat, so I'm right at the phone that I'm recording on. So yeah, I'm kind of in a shelter. If the wind or the rain starts to, you know, shift, then I might have to do something. Yeah, how? I don't think so, Lisa. I really doubt it. I saw a bunch of people did, and it looked like fun. It looked kind of crazy. I've been there in the past, you know, before I was doing YouTube. Um, but I don't think so. I think it ends this weekend, right? It ends tomorrow. But yeah, I've been there in the past. Sunday it ends. Yeah, I've been there in the past. Have you ever gone, Nelson? It gets crowded, and especially when they're moving that thing around. I remember going one night. Um, it must have been on a Wednesday night because I'm thinking of the people that I went with. We would meet in the city every Wednesday and like pick a destination to go to, and we would ride there. And we had a hard time parking the bikes even, and it was like packed. Like even the San Gennaro. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe I'll go to San Gennaro during the day once, but it gets too packed for me. Hey Scotty, how are you? How you doing? Major Minis. How are you? I still have your email. I have pictures when I saw you at that presentation. I want to send them to you. I want to figure out how. I'm sure now I'm a little bit more technologically advanced. I don't know if you still want them. I mean, you asked if I could take pictures. I don't think I. Not sure if I took a video also. But remember the. Whoa! Happy birthday! It's your birthday, Lisa. Happy birthday. When is your birthday? Because are you into the 19th or the 18th? Because I know there's a time difference. But I've been seeing your stuff. What did I see the other day? Uh, it was one of the restaurants. I've been seeing your stuff, I guess, on like Facebook, on the Facebook Reels. But is your today the same as my today? For me, today is Saturday. I know there's a time difference. That's what I meant. Cool girl, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Yes, happy birthday, Lisa. Many, many more. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so it's current. The 18th, yep. Nice. It's always nice when your birthday is like on the weekend. That was a good one. why am I doing this? I think that was a good one. My eyes had to adjust, and then I looked up at the screen. I noticed a delay, but it should have been like right by the lifeguard chair. Did it happen, Jesse? I hope so. There it goes, another one. Ah, a little bit off screen. HC teacher, hey, Dave Jeffrey, how you doing? Welcome in, guys. How are you doing, HC teacher? Any crazy weather by you? Carolyn, how are you? Everybody's coming all at once. This is great, and it was just uh, two pretty good strikes. The air quality, yeah, I know. Should I like show less of the beach and more of the sky? Hold on, it's gonna be. Sometimes I'm not too finesse. I think that might be better. So did the air quality get better there, HC? Did you get some kind of a rain to how does the rain help though? Like doesn't it just push it someplace else? I don't know. I'm sure they'll tell us if you watch the news. All of a sudden everybody is like a smokeologist. Nichols, how are you? Yeah, no roosters though. No roosters and all the birds hid. I was thinking of that before. How do they know? I mean, this is pretty obvious, but how do they know? And how do they know when it's safe to come back? I know. Here they were giving out masks too. Um, I mean, some people didn't have a choice; they had to be out, but it's crazy. But this storm, I think, is it is, and that's smoke. It's not from the rainstorm. So they're saying that should be two rounds. This is like the first round, but then tonight, and then it's gonna clear. Supposedly the smoke is gonna clear somehow, and then tonight another storm, more severe than this one they were predicting. So Nelson, the flight from Japan, isn't that like an all-day thing? It's not one flight, right? Oh yeah, I think every place. I don't know. Like I was saying before, though, they were predicting. I was getting notifications most of the week for flooding rains and flash floods and thunderstorms. But it seems to clear out a lot. I mean, I could feel the difference. Just the temperature drop is nice. Oh, is that it? Oh, you're right, Carolyn. Because they were saying that you may end up with like stains on your cars and stuff. or 16 hours on one plane, or you have to switch? Oh, with one stop. But you stayed on the same plane, or you had to switch? Hey, Silver Metal Detecting, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Yeah, 16 each way. So then when you go there, you have to stay for a while to make it worth it, right? It's not like someplace you go for 3 or 4 days. Is 160 still? I know, and Brenda, before this, was it last week? I'm losing track of days, but New Jersey got really hammered. One storm after another. You should maybe visit there, Carolyn. You could watch it in person. You're right, HC. There's a couple of people in the chat from Canada. I was thinking of like, how did firefighters even fight that? Like that's got to be crazy, and it's happening more and more, not just in Canada. I was actually saying in New Jersey. I've come home from Atlantic City a couple of years ago, and when on my way there, while I was there, like I was there a couple of days, they closed the Garden State Parkway between certain exits, like for a big chunk of the Garden State Parkway. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get home. You know, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have to leave more time or whatever. The day that it was, I checked out, the highway was completely open, but you could smell it, and then I could actually feel it, but it was contained just to one side of the Garden State Parkway. Like it wasn't jumping. At certain points, it jumped over, to the other direction. But down that way in the Pine Barrens too, in New Jersey, the Pine Barrens, it happened a couple of times. Big fires. I can only imagine like how big the it's fires, I think, are there that it would affect so far away. Nice. That's what everybody's looking forward to. Blue sky. Oh boy, I'm getting a message that the device is too hot. Why would it be hot? Hold on. Why is it overheating? The device is too hot. Use overheating protection settings to improve live stream performance. How does it look? Maybe that was from before. There was like an X next to it, and it just disappeared. The signal strength is perfect. That's why I didn't ask before. It's good. Thank you. Yeah, when I've done these in the past, I will have the laptop going too, so I could read the chat from there. Um, but I couldn't get internet. I couldn't get internet service. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was from before. I don't know why it would be hot. I don't blame you, Brenda. I'm sure you had to go out the other days to go to work and stuff, but at least then you're inside in air conditioning. I would hope so. But it doesn't seem like days to be like walking around and exercising or anything like that. I used to do stuff like that, not exercise, but kind of walk around. I remember the last time, and you could feel it like in your throat. It almost felt like I was at work. It felt like the adjutant was like in your throat, and later on you were like coughing and stuff. Have you ever worn I have worn contact lenses, but that's a long story. I wore them for one day. It took me like 4 or 6 weeks to finally figure out how to get them in my face. In my face, and they won't let you leave the store. I don't know if this is everywhere, but when you get contacts, you have to prove that you could comfortably put them in your eyes and take them out. So before you could leave the store with them. So ideal conditions, you know what I mean? They have the mirror, the counter is at the right height, they have a chair you sit in, and I would stay there. I would go on my days off. I was off on like weird days then. I guess I'm going to tell you the long story. Um, oh, you have to work tomorrow. It's supposed to get better. So I was trying to I would go every week on my day off. I was off like Tuesday and Wednesday or whatever. And I would spend the whole day, well, as long as my eyes didn't like turn red. And I was trying to get the contacts in my eyes. And it was like I didn't have a dirty job anymore. Like I wasn't around grease and stuff. So I thought, oh wow, this is perfect. Meanwhile, I wore glasses for my whole life. So it's something that I just never tried. Oh, bird. Maybe that means it's almost over. Okay, thank you so Magic. Thank you so much for coming in. And I hope it's everything continues to be okay there. No more that you have to shelter in the basement. So yeah, I would stay there in the store until in the eyeglass store um, until my eyes turned red. Finally, by like one fluke, I got one in, and it was like, ah! I felt like like I was in heaven or something. Like it was like an escape. I was able to get the other one in, and then like okay, they were probably tired of seeing me. I would go there like week after week on my first day off, and then hope that my eyes recovered, um, from all the redness and irritation by the time I was ready to go back to work. You know, then the next day, 2 days later. Anyway, what ended up happening is I got one in, and then by fluke I got the other one in, and they were like, okay, you could just take them out. There's not much they could do. It's not like you're gonna let somebody stick their finger in your eye. They tried to, show you and tell you, but I'm saying I was there for hours and hours, week after week. So I finally got them in, and it's like in a shopping area. It's like in Brooklyn where I was, the place that I went, and it almost felt like I was released from jail or something. And they were like, okay, just take them out, and then you can leave. You're all set. Okay, you could go. And what ended up happening is I was like, no, I don't want to take them out. No, 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 no. I want to go. I want to walk around. And I walked around, and it sounds like dramatic, but for somebody who always wore glasses, and I had to wear glasses, now is worse, but I always had to have glasses when I was a kid, even from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed. There was a point that I would like hide them and not wear them in school and stuff, and try to, no, that's not why I'm saying it. I'm not saying it for sympathy, but um, when I went outside, that to feel like the air in your eyes, it, it it was like an amazing thing. It was like something new for me. And what did I do? I went across the street, and there was like a little department store, and I bought regular sunglasses, over the counter sunglasses, something I never had done before that. It was like it was never even a possibility. I was like, oh, I felt like, okay, Saturday Night Fever, when he's walking down the street before he buys the pizza and he has the two paint cans, that's the way I felt. I was like, oh, this music playing in my head, and I'm thinking everybody notices that, oh, he's not wearing glasses or whatever. I guess I am making it dramatic. And ended up what happening was I got them out of my face, and then they said, okay, you could go home. I had something to eat, and then I went back to the store, and they were like, okay, fine, take them out. So I took them out, and then they were like, okay, you leave. I says, no, 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 I want to put them back in. I put them back in. I go to visit one of my brothers, and my nephew was a kid then. And he didn't recognize me. Like, he came to answer the door. I rang the doorbell, and on their house, and he like slammed the door. He didn't understand that this was like nobody was used to seeing me like that or whatever. Ended up staying there for dinner, and then I guess I left them in too long, and I made some kind of mistake, and I don't know if I used the wrong solution, whatever, but this is your life. It's okay. Um, so you can't leave until you get them in. That would have done me in. Not to mention, it is. But then you see people like doing it like a red light in their car. I guess you get used to it. But ended up what happening was I was at his house. I mean, I had my glasses with me, but I wanted to get them out. You were only supposed to wear them a certain amount of time, and I had a really hard time getting them out. And uh, P.S. My eyes were red for like 5 days. I went to work, and everybody's like, "What the hell did you do? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And um, I put the contacts because I bought like a 6 month supply or something. They were like the ones you could leave in extended, but they said don't do it or whatever. So they were all disposable, in other words. And they just sat in my closet. I never tried because I was like I couldn't do it there really. How am I gonna do it where I lived at that time was like nowhere near ideal conditions. So I kind of gave up on that contact idea. And I have a theory. Yes, exactly. But I think women, I don't want to sound sexist, or to me, this makes sense in my head. Um, I think women are more used to it because, if they wear like eye makeup and stuff like that, because my problem was I would immediately blink. Even now, when I go to the eye doctor or the surgeon that I have to go to, I mean, I got better at it between them putting drops and me putting drops. But at the beginning, they had to like do it 6 or 8 times before it actually went into my eyeball. So I think women are maybe more used to it. That was a crazy story. I'm trying to think what year that was. I could come up with it. I'm gonna say it was like 90 or 91. All right, it looks like the sun is coming out. Be crazy if like the beach, all of a sudden people just pack to the beach. But even if the sun comes out fully blaze, there's supposed to be another storm this evening until like midnight. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I just thought that like with mascara and different stuff like that, that it might be easier. But I guess it was my my stupid theory. But even that, even if they don't wear contacts, you'll see people doing that while they're driving, or maybe when they're stopped at a light and like traffic is stopping behind them, hopefully, and they have the thing right next to their eye. God forbid they get rear-ended or something. Still thundering in New Jersey, so maybe that's the next round that's gonna head here. It's been an interesting summer here. I mean, I think everywhere, but just seems like there's always something going, and not only weather-wise, just in general. There's always something going on. Something like, that they used to, oh, once in 100 years, or this hasn't happened in 20 years, or but it seems like it's a daily thing now. Oh yeah, the lash curling devices. As I said though, I've been wearing glasses so long. I don't know if I would be. It would feel weird not wearing them. Oh yeah. Do you see lightning, or you can't see from your place? You're just hearing the thunder, because that's what it was here. Um, I heard thunder, but there was like no lightning. And then I was having some issues. I couldn't find a tripod, and then when I went to go live, I was getting a weird message. Made me itch, and I like lip smackers. I don't even know what lip smackers are. I do know that almost everybody I know that had, I mean, there's probably people that wear contacts and I'm not even aware of it, but almost everybody that I know at some point had some kind of issue where they had to go like for an emergency, or they lost the lens and they didn't know if it dropped off or rolled back in the eye, or or they feel it and they can't find it. It was one of those things that wasn't meant to be. But at that time, there was like those 3 month or 6 month or whatever it was, a week, maybe it was every week, that eventually you could wear them for a week. But then when you really researched it, everybody told you don't do that. I have many trees in a courtyard complex. I can see flashes. Oh, I like it, the lightning and thunder. But if there's a lot of trees, that could be scary. Oh, lip smack. Okay, like chapstick type. Yes, chapstick. That's what I'm thinking. Or what's the other one? Blistex. But then I know they have flavored ones and different shades of colors and stuff. We don't have to worry about these things, Pete. Oh, yes, but flavored. It is tasty. One time I didn't have a choice and I bought like, it was red, so I can't remember if it was cherry, probably cherry, and I kind of wanted to eat the thing. Remember the kids' candy that was like that? It looked like lipstick, but it was like very sweet. It was like it came in a container that looked like lipstick. Not only in Hollywood. To me, Carolyn, like you and Jesse was saying, it seems like a lot of work. Wax, I don't know. It definitely had a flavor. It wasn't like those tubes that were full with liquid. Not that kind of wax. I think you actually put it on your lips. yes, but also uh, it just seems like regular, like all kinds of surgery and injections and stuff like that, anti-aging stuff. It seems like it's a whole different business now, a whole different demand for it. 3 weeks ago, a storm came. That's when it was 3 weeks ago. Because I know a lot of the roads were closed there too, right? And they were showing like flooding rains. That must was it three? Yeah, it's probably two. It's probably 3 weeks ago. That's what I was saying before. For a while there, Jersey got, and it wasn't just one storm or one day. It seemed like multiple days, multiple occurrences. The wind and rain. Oh no, just once in a while. Yeah, you have to. And then, oh, they also have the ones for sun, right? That I should probably. Uh oh, that can't be around here. The sun, like, it definitely cleared a little, but I just heard a thunder. 35. That's yes. Homedale. I have a friend that lives. Is it home? Manalapan. Didn't Manalapan have a situation too? You really should give him a call. Or Manalapan, or maybe it begins with They were talking about tornadoes here also. HC. Hey, Brit family, how are you? Thanks for coming in. The storm is almost over here for now. I think they're saying it might start again like in a few hours and then into the night. But it did get a couple of lightning bolts. No, but protect your protect your lips from the. It's the same thing in the winter, right? From the sun. How's the weather by you, Brit family fun? Were you able to get out and walk? Here between the heat and the smoke, not too much. What? 112? Man. So I'm gonna guess the answer is no. I hope you didn't go out in that. 112. I don't know. I can't. Like once it reaches 80, I don't want to. Really. Even if you expect it, it like scares you, right? drier winter, so not like last year. We got a couple good snowstorms last year. Hopefully, it won't be as cold. But then we'll be saying, "Oh, what happened? We need summer. Why is it so cold? I wish it was summer again." Craig, how are you? Thanks for coming in. So, Craig, there was like a massive downpour, kind of what you were showing on your stream this morning, and a couple of lightning was right over the ocean. Wasn't that crazy? It wasn't that crazy. You know what? They're still doing it, Carolyn. I still hear it. They're still setting off the damn fireworks. It's like it's done. And okay, you want to set them off? All right, 8 o'clock. Why you got to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning? But there's always one person. There's every neighborhood. There's always one guy, always one person, always one group that like saves it up. They save them up from the 4th of July. Maybe they get them on sale the next day. I don't know. But there was some elaborate ones one night. I didn't like look out, but I heard them. Yes, definitely, definitely is happening. Not every night, but when you least suspect it, then they come out. They come out with their fireworks and their matches or their lighters or whatever they use. No, that's smoke. It was worse actually before. This was supposed to clear it out a bit, and then supposed to clear it, and then this afternoon into this evening, let's say, into overnight, it's supposed to be another severe storm. Lightning, thunder, possible, very slight chance of a tornado. Just everywhere. I don't know. I thought that was like normal. I thought that was normal. I guess it's a New York thing. So I'm not good at this part. Um, Everybody here pretty much is a content creator and really good channels, really cool people. So I think a lot of you know each other, but if you don't, please connect with them, look them up, and you know, if it's something you would be interested in their content, subscribe. They're all they're all different types of subjects and all different areas, of the country. Actually, the world, right? There was a couple of people here that are from the U.S. Yeah, definitely. There was some Canadians, of course. I used to get up real early and fish off beach DTS and crabbing and clamming and stuff. What is beach DTS? HC, I'm sorry. Oh, I was saying the fireworks. On the 4th of July, I was mentioning that there's always one person. Like you think it's all over, it's quiet. And, and it's like a reasonable time. But there's always one guy in every neighborhood who will like wait till it's really quiet. Uh, if everybody else ends theirs at midnight, 2 a.m. He'll come out with the noisiest ones, and it's kind of like the thunder that you were experiencing before. That you feel like the house is shaking or something, and you don't know if you're dreaming it, like a flashback of what you watched earlier. But there's always one guy, and he just sets it off at a random time. It is a lifeguard. Yeah, they pulled them off the beach though. The lifeguards, they cleared the beach of everybody. I have videos on my icon, like my favorites. I have videos on my icon. Oh, down the shore. Nice. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I was thinking Delaware for some reason. Hey, New York gal, how are you? We're kind of past this round of storms. Did you get hit with a lot of lightning and downpours and stuff there? Definitely, Brenda. Still not as bad as it used to be, like growing up, but no matter, like even this year, it was 250 years, uh, a huge celebration, huge fireworks, and maybe that's why it was a little quieter this year. But people like to do their own, or not have to travel to the city or to get back, or to figure out what they have to stand someplace for an hour to watch it. I like it, DTS. DTS. I think they have something similar here, but it's not down the shore. It's something down something. But oh, you were saying crabbing and fishing. I used to um, like to do that, like off the piers with the scoop. Not necessarily with nets. I've done them with the nets also, but the scoop was fun. So you go out in the middle of the night, or when it's dark, and like shine a flashlight. No wonder I liked it. You would shine the flashlight down, and I don't know if the flashlight attracted them, or it's just that you could see it, and then somebody else with the long scoop, the like the net would grab them off the pylons. Rinna Skippy, little round picture to the left. I have. Ah, that's who that is, Ren and Skimpy. I'm not familiar with them. I thought I knew it was some kind of cartoon. Down the ocean. But do they abbreviate it? Okay, we have somebody entering the beach. Not a dog walker. It'll take a long time though before he appears on the camera. Yes, that was crazy, right? I still don't know. I didn't really uh, investigate it. Was where the fire was? Do you know? Was it like the wooden part where the walkway is? Nah, it'd be DTOH. It's catchy. DTOH. No, I kind of knew. I heard of them, but I didn't know what they look like. They kind of knew a cartoons, no? The fire that's creating the smoke, you mean? In Canada? No, it's not. It's not close. Was it? Oh, yeah. Because I didn't see. I don't really watch the news, but I would think something like that. Somebody would go and like make a short or something afterwards if it damaged. But they were saying that it was a good thing, actually, that the bridge was closed, so the fire trucks and they could put it out right away, like it wasn't traffic or whatever. It was kind of a clear. I guess they had fire trucks like on standby, close by, and they got it out quick. A lot of people thought it was part of the show. Wait, hold on. Friends and fam will call and say, "Jet," and we answer, "Joe." Did you eat yet? Yes. Jet? We're busy. We gotta save like syllables. We don't have time to say the whole word. Ah, I gotta tell you, I don't think I've ever watched it. Again? Now I just heard one here. That can't be the same. There was no lightning here, but I heard that can't be the same one as you heard. Exactly, but some of these, what are they called? Acronyms? Acronyms drive me crazy. Like I was thinking DTS, beach, DTS. I was just thinking abbreviation for a place. I kind of like days like this. It's like forced relaxation. I mean, there was some car shows, but they got canceled. I didn't really feel like going to some indoor thing. Yeah, no, they turned around. He turned around. He just like looked at it and kind of held his hands behind his back, and then took off. Why? We're supposed to be watching lightning, and we're not supposed to be looking at people. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Thanks for coming in. That's all right. You can't change it now. That's who you are. If you change it, we wouldn't know who you were, Carolyn. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for sharing it. That's funny. Big ups. So I heard that years ago, and I was like, "What?" But it caught on. I hear it. I hear it other places now besides YouTube. Instead of people saying like thumbs up, they say big ups. But when I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of clever." We were talking about acronyms and shortening words. Let me go to Freehold Mall. Freehold. That's it. That's where my friend lives. So is that near Manalapan? It's nice there. What's the All right, we're gonna talk about food. We're gonna shift. Delicious Orchards. The pies there. He used to bring to. Oh man, he used to bring them to work. They used to give him a list, and people would like. He would bring them, and he would, people would take them home with them for their families. Plus, he would bring other stuff, that we would eat um, for breakfast or whatever. So it is okay. I'm not crazy. Like Long Island is like that to me too. I'll know a town, but I don't know in relation to the town next to it, or I don't know. I know I've been there when I get there, and then I like put it all together like a puzzle. Well, you were driving through some difficult, and you were trying to get your delivery before the crazy weather hit, Craig. What is Tibet? Hey, I don't know. You got me. You got me. I need to buy a vowel. Explain, Carolyn. Oh, Tuba Chat that's Kevin. Uh, it's a channel on YouTube that a lot of creators um, go to, and you like swap ideas, and it's just like a support. Um, it's a very supportive community, um, and great people. I met some really, really awesome creators, again, of all types, kind of like people that are here today. So it's not just um, one type of content, all different, but everybody is very supportive. Cold Snack, yes. It was another place we would go to buy Christmas trees, like live trees. You cut them down yourself. Hacienda, was it Hacienda? It was something with an H, and I think it was in that direction. I was gonna end it, but I don't know. I hear another one. Every time I say I'm gonna end it, then I hear a thunder. I don't see the lightning. Like me. Oh, 34. I think that's how I would get to his house. Isn't 34 off the parkway? 34 and 35 are um, long roads. Like they wait, 34 goes all the way to Atlantic City. No, what is Atlantic City? 40, the White Horse and the Black Horse Pike. What I forget the numbers. Yes, I'm on a perch, Craig. So at one point the rain was blowing, but it never reached here. So usually at the beginning I had a problem because the internet went out here. So the phone now I'm not using internet. I'm using the regular 5G, which is what I do anyway, actually. But usually what I'll do is kind of set it up, um, the phone as the camera, and then uh, I could be away a little bit with a laptop and the microphone. Was that early this morning? Like in the middle of the night? Yes, there is another white horse. It's I think it's 40 and 30. Those are those two roads. They go into Atlantic City. Like there's three different ways to get in. The Atlantic City Expressway, which is newest, and then there's a Black Horse Pike and a White Horse Pike. Belmar. Uh-huh. And then of course 9, right? Doesn't 9 kind of run parallel to the Garden State around 5 a.m.? So I'm sure it woke you up. Yeah, everything that's used to be not normal seems like it's happening now. Really keeps us on our toes. And I love, like, if I do watch the news, like the weather or whatever, they're like, it's been 25 years, it's 50 years. This only happened 5 times in New York, and every time was in Queens or whatever. They were talking about a possible tornado, and they were saying in New York City, right? Um, that the borough with the most tornadoes was Queens, but the latest one was in Coney Island in Brooklyn, and that was a couple of years ago. Jackson, New Jersey. Yeah, Jackson is um, Great Adventure. Could you see it, Jesse, or you just heard it and like didn't get up to look? The tornadoes, yeah, yeah. Here they're kind of rare, very rare. Everybody gets something though, right? You didn't get out. I didn't know if you were curious and like to see it because it is cool to watch. But it seems like when you're watching it, it doesn't happen. Like you might see a flash, but you don't get that bolt. And it's even harder if you're trying to record it. I mean, you might get lucky, but I think to move the to try to find it and focus in on it, I always found it difficult. Actually, when I set this up, I was like, should vertical or horizontal? Vertical or horizontal? But then I said, no, of course. I like, if I would have went vertical, then you see more of the sky, but you don't see as wide, you know, it would have to be like within that frame. See, I know, Brenda. It's all coming back to me. Kind of miss Action Park. But though I was only, I think I was there, I know definitely once. I think I might have been there twice. Action Park, where people, like, they had ambulances on standby. It is getting nicer. I don't know if it's because it got brighter or because, to me, the smoke looks kind of the same. It might take tonight's storm to really lessen it. Yeah, there's nobody out there, but yes, you would have saw that guy. I mean, I could have moved the camera, but I just wanted to see if is he gonna, because there's like mats, like those Moby mats that makes it easier to walk on the sand. They don't go all the way down, so he just kind of walked to the end and like took a look. Like to me, it doesn't look that angry. The ocean. I guess he's just curious. But you get hurricanes. This is a nice view. Hold on. Yes, I missed a couple. Yeah, sleep is important. I think with the couple of times that I got up, it makes you more tired just anticipating. And then it's just like that guy, just like that one person. As soon as you lay down, you move away from the window or wherever, and you lay down and you're trying to go back to bed, and then it happens again. As soon as you get back into bed or away from the window. I did have it like at a different angle too before, Craig, but I thought to show the sky more and just like the edge of the beach. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, right? You just like, it's over. I'm gonna go back to bed, and then boom, and you feel like Brenda was saying before, like the house shake, bed shake. So I got that message again that the phone is hot, and when I was scrolling the chat, it did feel. I don't know why. Maybe because it's like close, but I mean, I was out in hotter weather than this. I think it dropped. The temperature definitely dropped. Yeah, the message actually wasn't from the phone though. It was in this app. So I kind of like this prism. I'm glad I finally um, let down my stubbornness and finally um, am using it because I didn't really want to take up extra space and I didn't want to learn something new. But it's actually it's very easy. The only thing is there's certain things that you can't see. Oh, I want to try that thing. When you charge it while filming. So I have another situation, an ongoing situation. I've used up like every cord that I had. The last 2 or 3 days, I've gone 2 or 3 cords. You know, not brand new ones, but ones, you know, the charging cords. And it wasn't like it were total failures. I would plug it in and then whatever, do something or even be watching the phone. Then I would look up and I'm like, I started at like 20%. And I look and it's now 17, but it's plugged in and it shows that it's charging. So it wasn't like a total failure of the cord. But I found a brand new one from one of something. I think, oh, from my microphone. It comes with a cord that I didn't really use. Yeah, but Brenda, it shouldn't. I don't know. In my mind, it shouldn't be. But maybe because where I am, like, there's not a lot of air circulating, or maybe it's because of all the hot air that I'm expelling while I'm talking these crazy stories about how I tried contacts once and stuff like that. Yes, from the app. Ah, very interesting. All right, guys. I'm thinking that's it for this round of storms. But um, been on for an hour and 28 minutes. You know what? You're right. They say even the battery life when you're using this app, which yeah, it's down to 45. I don't have it plugged in here because the other cord was longer, so I could have it like a battery pack reach down to almost the floor from the tripod. But yeah, they do say that because it's not like I'm walking around and it's focusing on different things. But maybe I think so. You guys are too kind to say that, but the phone is letting me know that I'm full of hot air and I'm making no sense at all, and I'm boring you fine people. I just sort of flash. It's over. It's over. It's got to be over. Carolyn, it's over. It's over. So yeah, it's an hour 30 now. Thank you everybody for coming in. As I tried to say before and stumbled my way through it, um, a lot of people here were content creators, and they have all different types of channels, all different genres and subject matter, and they're all cool people. Everybody who came in here is has great content, so you could check them out, see if it's something you're interested in, and subscribe. You know, that's how I found a lot of new channels. I have to leave. I have to leave. Anyway, thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody who came in, and thank you for spending some time with me. All right, guys. Take care.